Hey everyone, this is Will Dorsey Jr. of Talk Music Podcast. And my next guest is a cool dude that, that I met back in 2021 and didn't know that we came from the same area, which is Baltimore, Maryland. And I just knew that we were just going to be friends and just going to be cool. This guy's name is Jamie Miller, drummer for Bad Religion and Snot. I didn't know he was the drummer for Snot. So that was the other cool thing about it, that he was part of that. So please, everyone, please welcome Jamie Miller.
Welcome to Talk Music with Will Dorsey Jr.
Every month,
Our host Will is going to interview musicians from around the world and talk everything music. Our listeners range from professionals to recreational musicians who want to learn more about the industry, their instruments, and the community of top musicians. So join us, subscribe, and keep up with Talk Music.
visit us on www.talkmusicpodcast.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Download our podcast on Apple, Google, Amazon, and Spotify.
Today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, 𝐸 Studio, the new way musicians rehearse, record, and share their 𝐸 sessions on social media. Visit ERS on 𝐸studio.com. Download this amazing app on Google and Apple Apps stores.
Jamie Miller, what's up,
Buddy.
dude?
How you doing, man?
You don't mind getting it started right now, do you?
Oh, go for it. Jump right in.
Is that cool? Okay.
Do it.
I'm gonna go back a little bit when we first met. I think Bad Religion was, I don't know, on the same bill as The Offspring when I was teching for The Offspring. And I think we got to sit and talk finally, because I've never met you.
Yeah. I want to
And
say it was Manchester, maybe.
it might
I
have
remember
been.
we were sitting at catering. I remember that.
Oh man, wasn't there like a big dinner? Like,
Yeah, like they had the catering was set up like in sort of like the pit at the venue.
oh yeah,
Yeah, like
no,
we were all just hanging out like in front of the stage, like having chow.
But yeah, I was just, like, it was just so interesting, like just talking with you. And wow, I can't even really believe I forgot your text name back then.
Shakes.
Shakes,
Greg's
man.
the famous Shakes.
Shakes
Shakes
the
is now
man.
on loan to the Deftones.
Oh, is he really?
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah,
man, that's awesome. That's awesome,
totally.
man. Man, I want to get to, like the story that you were telling me, you know, and I don't know, it just seemed like it was um like everything just fell in, and I was like, man, I said, why do I like this guy? And like it's like, man, this dude's really cool. I'm like, like, because I saw you before in the way you were playing. I was like, man, this dude's sick. Where did he get this dude from? Like when you first got into to Bad Religion, and I mean,
Right.
it was the first time for me watching you with Bad Religion. Can you like can you tell like us to like how'd you got into Bad Religion? How did that all worked out?
How did I get into the band, you mean?
Yes. Yeah.
At the time I was playing in the band And You Know Us by the Trail of Dead. We had just finished a tour with Failure. Um,
Oh, wow.
yeah. And I had come back from the tour, and a really good buddy of mine who actually played drums in another band that I have with my wife called theStart, this guy, Ed Davis, he forget exactly how he was involved. I don't remember exactly, but he had sent me a text going, "Hey, did you hear that Brooks bounced from Bad Religion?" And he knew that me and Brooks sort of knew each other
All
from
right.
back in the day. We lived near each other too.
Okay.
I was like, no, I didn't hear that. He's like, yeah, Brooks is bouncing. And he like jokingly said, you should go play for the band. And I was like, oh, that's funny. Like Brooks is an old friend. I hadn't talked to Brooks in a while, but
Right.
Brooks is the only guy in the band I actually knew.
Right.
I'd
Oh
never met the
man.
guys in Bad Religion before. I knew Brooks. Fast forward to I have another side project called Vanishing Life with Zach from Rise Against. So Zach and I were having like a talk about some upcoming recording thing or whatever.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, by the way, aren't you good friends with Brian Baker? He's like, yeah. I'm like, did Brooks quit BR? He's like, yeah. He's like, do you want to go try out for them? I'm like, well, okay, sure. And he's like, I'm calling Brian right now. And he hung up on me. So I get like an email like the next day from, at the time, Kathy Mason was their tour manager. She emails going, I just got your name from a mutual friend. You want to come down and jam with Bad Religion? I'm like, sure. So she gave me a time and a place and a list of songs. And I went and jammed with Jay and Brian with Brett sitting in the room with a laptop. I thought he was playing chess. I
Oh.
learned later he was taking notes.
Okay. All right.
So I
All
went
right.
and jammed with the guys. We actually had a really good time, just a fun time, the three of us with Brett. And then we kind of all went our separate ways. And it was sort of like a sort of an impromptu, like I think they tried out a couple of people like that got suggested by friends, like let's just test the waters. And then we all kind of went our separate ways. About a month later, I get another text from Kathy going, hey, can you come down for one more jam? I'm like, sure, not thinking like
Mm.
anything about it. This time it was full band. And we jammed again, the same set. And then afterwards, it's like, all right, see you guys later. Nice to meet you all. That was fun. And I go out to my car. It was at Mate's rehearsal studio. You know the place.
Okay. Yep.
The parking lot there. So then I'm getting in, all of a sudden Brett comes running out and bangs on my window. I was like, hey, Brett, thanks for having me down. That was fun. He's like, I don't want you leaving here before I tell you you're my guy. I'm like,
Oh.
well, that's cool. He's like, just don't. I don't want you to leave here and think like this was weird. Like you're my guy. And I was like, okay. And he's like, cool. See you later. And then just walked away.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So then, I'd say I think they tried out a couple more friends and people that we all know from the punk scene. And then
Hmm.
another week later, I get a text from Zach Blair from Rise Against again going, dude, congrats. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, congrats on the BR gig. I'm like, I haven't heard from anybody in that band. And he just types, oh shit. And then there was a bunch of like, on the iPhone, there's like the dot, dot, dot. Just
Right.
that bubble sat there for like ever. Like,
Oh.
because he was just trying to probably figure out, like, oh God, I just blew it.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I haven't heard from those dudes. And he just, oh shit. And then dot, dot, dot.
Oh, man.
Like probably later that day, I got a call from Jay Bentley going, hey, the job's yours if you want it. I'm like,
Right.
sounds good to me, buddy.
Wow.
So it was sort of like a weird, like I didn't know the guys. I didn't hear there was like some big audition thing. It was just sort of mutual friends went, hey, you should try out. Hey, I'm gonna put you forward. And I'm like, whatever, I'm in a band, like whatever. And then I went and jammed. That was
Right.
fun. Jammed again. That was fun. But then Brett was like, you're my guy. Okay. What does that mean? And then here I am.
Wow. Man, that's a great story, man.
Yeah,
That's
the
pretty
best part though was Zach going, congrats. I'm like, what are you talking about? I remember it distinctly because me and my wife Amy were out in Irvine at a dog park with our dog.
Right.
And it was like, hey, Zach's texting. He's like, congrats. I'm like, congrats on the dog? Like, what's
All
he
right.
like, congrats on the gig. I'm like, what?
Oh, oh man. That's crazy, man. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Will Dorsey Jr. of Talk Music Podcast. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. That little red button on there, just hit it. That will help me out tremendously. If you can also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, that will also help me. And if you wanted to download our podcast on Apple or Google or Amazon or even Spotify, you can check us out on there. Hope you guys enjoy the show.
Today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, 𝐒𝐴 Studio, the new way musicians rehearse, record, and share their 𝐒𝐴 sessions on social media. Visit ERS on therecordstudio.com. Download this amazing app on Google and Apple Apps stores.
Visit us on www.talkmusicpodcast.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Download our podcast on Apple, Google, Amazon, and Spotify.